leadership and management. This video will focus on the first 3 leadership styles. There are 5 styles: democratic, autocratic, laissez-faire, transactional, and charismatic. You must be able to name them, discuss them, identify them from scenarios, but then also tell me in which situations can we find them, and also look at the impact. So if I do pick a certain style, how will that style impact in the business environment? Democratic, this is basically a style where the workers are allowed to give input, there are discussions, participation, overall involvement of workers and management. When I look at the impact, the positives and the negatives, guys, some of the positives is if the workers are allowed to participate in decision making, and therefore they will feel more empowered, more positive. And when you have people giving input from a variety of backgrounds, diversity, ideas, you obviously will get innovation, better products, increased sales, better profit, those types of things. And then complex business problems can be solved. We saw this when we looked at solving problems in teams. The negative thing is not all people usually give their full participation. Some employees feel discouraged if their ideas are not picked, so they're in it for themselves, not for the team. And then because you need to have discussions the whole time, decision making is not quick. Let's say you have a problem that you cannot solve as a leader yourself, or you want the decision last dot to be looked at various perspectives, then you're going to use democratic. Or if you have a bunch of people that are quite eager and you don't want them to lose their eagerness and willingness to give inputs, then use democratic. Autocratic, boss-centered. The boss makes all the decisions. It's very much boss-centered style. The management or the leader, has all of the control, takes very little or no input from the group, and they basically do everything themselves. They tell you how to do it, when to do it, everything. You just have to pitch up and do what they do. If I look at the impact, the good thing is quick decisions can be made and there's control. There will be high supervision, so very little mistakes can be made, and therefore it will give you high quality goods, and the work will be finished in time. The negative thing is no one wants to work for an autocratic member the whole time, because you're not allowed to do anything yourself. Everything that needs to be done, you will be told how, when, where, etc. And therefore it can demotivate workers, which will negatively impact productivity. Workers will feel like they are not valued, and that can lead to them being absent or even leaving, resigning the business. And then workers become demotivated because their ideas are not considered. They don't feel valued. This style, even though it might sound very, very negative, guys, is used quite well in a crisis situation. If there's a crisis, if there's a fire, if there is anything happening, you need to quickly shout out certain decisions. And then you can't have meetings to quickly discuss this. Or when there is new workers that don't know how to do the work, then you are going to use autocratic in order to get them to where they should be, and then at a later stage, change your leadership style. If I look at laissez-faire is the complete opposite of autocratic. And this is where the workers have complete free rein. They're allowed to make all of the decisions all by themselves. Like I said, free rein, all of the work and decisions are made by the workers themselves. That means they have maximum freedom. They can work independently. The leader is so entrusting, and that will motivate the workers to do all of the work themselves. And that means authority is delegated. I trust you, and if you have workers that are motivated, that will actually increase productivity, and it will also cause the workers to work more competently. Negative, sometimes there's not clear direction. A leader will tell you in the beginning of the year what you should do, and then you are left by yourself. So that makes it sometimes quite difficult, and that can cause workers to feel demotivated. Each employee can be held responsible for their own work, and that might cause underperformance because not everyone can work by themselves. And then, like I said, when we looked at the leadership series, leaders and followers, followers want a leader. And therefore, if there's no clear direction given, the team members will pick up a leader within that team. And that is where conflict can come from. Lastly, laissez-faire is best used when you have subordinates that are experts and they know what the work that they can do. They're able to perform the work by themselves, or the leader is so busy that they can easily delegate the work, or the leader wants the followers to develop own leadership skills. So this is when we use this. I always say a principal is a very good example of a laissez-faire leader because the principal cannot be in all 40 different classrooms. So therefore, they have to make sure that they hire the best skilled educators in order to get the job